Okay, I wanted to make a tier list because everyone else seems to be doing this, and well, I thought I would join the hype train too. So, let's go. Maybe I should do a deep dive on this. So, I'm gonna first rate the teams based on how I think they performed. So, what am I gonna use to rate these teams? First, I'm gonna think compared to the previous year, how they improved. That is gonna give me bonus points. And the other one is pit stop times really do come into consideration, and how good their car is. Basically, what feedback the drivers gave about the car. It could be even the team radios and everything. So Mercedes is gonna take a big hit here, and I'm gonna place them based on that on an order, I think. And then I'm going to look at this graph and use that to help me analyze which driver I would put on my first to 20th, or I would maybe even put them in a team list. Let's see what I feel like. So let's get started, shall we? So starting with Alfa Romeo, what do I think about them? Their car has been, it's just not that fast, isn't it? Like, they're not good with the tires. They're basically they're basically partially Ferraris. So anything with the Ferrari engine and rear suspension has been eating up their tires. For example, Alfa Romeo, Haas, and Ferrari themselves. So I think I would even put them on 7th to 8th because I do have a few worse teams. Haas, I think, has to go here. It has to go there because there's no way I'm putting Haas anywhere else. They are the worst team this season, and I feel like their drivers would get a higher score in my ratings just because this team let them down. But the team didn't allow their drivers to shine bright like Ferrari, especially with not Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen, I have no idea what happened to him this season, but he did have a few good drives later on in the second half, and we'll think about them. But Hülkenberg has been amazing. He outdrove the car into qualifying, and then after that comes Sunday, and they kept falling down. If it was just purely a Saturday race, Haas would have been way ahead of most other teams, and they would be stuck in the bottom. So Haas is down to them getting into development and coming up with some trash. And AlphaTauri. The thing is, I would have put AlphaTauri here based on the beginning of the season, but now they did bring some upgrades, and now they are, I think, genuinely the third, or even I would put them higher than this. No, I would say they're like 4th to 6th. So, okay, before anything, let's get it over with. Red Bull is up there. They deserve the Constructors' Championship. They deserve everything they did. Why? Look at their pit stops. Everything's roughly around 2 seconds. 2.5, 2.8 seconds is a bad pit stop for them. Okay, and the strategy has been almost perfect. I'm saying almost because Singapore was a bit of a meh, but their car has been really good. I'm not just talking about fast to drive, I'm talking about reliability. When it comes to reliability, the Red Bull was amazing. Like, I remember Max got hit by Russell, Max got hit by a few people. He still kept going. That car he won with a hole in his side pod. I think it was in Spa, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. But this car keeps going. This is a very reliable car. So Red Bull is on top for that reason. They deserved it. They're the best team on the grid at the moment, period. They perfected everything. From every minute detail, like I think I heard Christian Horner say that everyone is operating at a good potential, from the receptionist at every single small place of theirs to the one higher up to their drivers. Everyone's operating at a 10. So Red Bull deserves number 1, and they deserve all the praise. They deserve this victory in the constructors. And let's get on to Max Verstappen later on. This team is phenomenal. Okay, enough about that. Now, most of you guys are gonna get pissed at me for this, but Alpine is gonna be here. It's gonna be 5th, 6th. And now I'm in trouble. The second best team here is McLaren. Why McLaren? Because was it Mika Hakkinen that made the prediction that when our upgrades arrive, our car would be challenging for podiums? And everyone kept laughing at him, saying that he's just old and he's delusional. But look at what happened. He was the only one who got the predictions right. No one thought McLaren would be anywhere there. Like after Silverstone, I don't know what kind of witchcraft they did to that car. I have no idea. Like back where I'm from a Sinhalese country. They go break coconuts on places at religious shrines in hope of gaining some things from the gods. I have no idea what gods they broke coconuts to. McLaren brought up a godlike car, went from the back markers to this, so they do deserve this place. They're the second best team on the grid, no doubt. I think I would have to make a few adjustments. Haas is last. I would put Aston Martin third. Wait for it. I know you guys are gonna be mad at me for this, but I'm saying as soon as the season began, I know it's Fernando Alonso's first season with the team. That car was the most unexpected car on the grid. Like no one expected the car to be that good. So I didn't watch testing. This season was the first season after Lewis was dominating. I was like, okay, it's kind of boring, and I stopped watching F1. And then this season I did from the first race to the last race. I watched every single race, and I think Aston is the third best team. Okay, no, I do agree with their weird upgrades or downgrades. I don't know what you call them. They brought the team down. So yeah, because of that, I'm just talking about looking at their past and how they are right now. Aston Martin did climb well, and they deserve third best team. I think I'm gonna knock down Alpine a bit, because this makes space for the next team, and Alfa Romeo goes down to 9th. I don't know. Alpine, they went down. They were way better last year, and I don't know what happened. Maybe it's their power unit. That car was just slow. The drivers also were at each other's necks. Speaking of drivers at each other's necks, Mercedes, there are drivers, two Alpha drivers. My fourth place team, I would give it to Williams. Williams deserves this. Williams, because compared to last year, their car was a piece of shit. Okay, I'm not allowed to say this word. My bad. Their car it wasn't good at all. It was a back marker. And then this year I have no idea. I think it's Alex Albon. No idea what's on with him. The thing is, I'm not sure if it's the Williams car is a good car, or if Logan Sargent is a really bad driver, making Alex look really good. And you guys should have heard the podcast, the Performance People podcast. I would recommend you checking it out with Alex Albon. Even if you're not a Formula 1 fan, it's pretty inspiring. And I think Williams do deserve this place where I put them. They're the fourth team. Logan carried them. The team was also, I would say, consistently good. They didn't have much reliability issues compared to the other teams. Okay, now comes the other two. Where do I put Ferrari and Mercedes? You know what? Let me piss off some people. I'm gonna put Mercedes here and Ferrari here. Yep, that is it. People are gonna crucify me. Maybe later on in the future, when many people start viewing it, they're gonna kill me for this. But hear me out. Mercedes, their drivers have been complaining about the cars. Okay, you can say George Russell has been, quite the weird guy who was like, oh, I need a nice latte. And, he's been quite the sassy kid so he likes a bit of drama on the radio. And Lewis Hamilton too, he's quite a complaining person. But come on, these two guys I have never seen. Like, okay, no, that's a lie. Lewis was fighting the car last year too. He was running on the setups and shit like that. Swear word again. I might have to beat that there. I don't know. This car was a bit of a, unpredictable thing. One race they used to do well, then they ran the same time the next one, and maybe they did something to make it safe or something. Like, for example, not Zandvoort, where was it? Interlagos. When they increased the ride height a little bit just to be on the safe side, the car was just slow. I mean, Lewis said the car felt good, but it was just slow, and they had a lot of dead. So I don't know, like with Mercedes, not just that, Mercedes, what's with their pit stops? Their pit stops were so horrible. Like for them, 3 seconds dead was a good pit stop, while everyone else, like McLaren had a pit stop world record this season with like the bigger wheels and whatnot. Like, come on, they were like a championship winning team. Like if they were consistently like this, if they were like a midfield team, I would have put Mercedes maybe second or third. But they were a championship winning team. For a team that has been performing at that level to do what they're doing right now, this, I don't know, it makes me sad. So, someone for Mercedes and now Ferrari. Okay, so where shall I start? My poor man Charles Leclerc and this guy. From the second race of the season, these guys have been having reliability issues, poor strategy issues, pit stop issues. Like Ferrari pit stops. Why is Ferrari a meme every day, every week? Every week. I haven't had a single week where Ferrari was like, oh, they're good. Okay, maybe Monza was an exception, but that's a home race. I don't know. I feel like Ferrari needs to step their game up. Like they need to stop being a clown show. I mean, I do agree Fred was the team principal. Right now he's making changes to whatever clownery Mattia Binotto and all. I don't blame it on Mattia Binotto. I think Ferrari is not controlled by the team principal. It's controlled by many other people above them. And I think I don't know, Ferrari needs a complete clean up. Their system, like even... and they just, I don't know, even Charles is race engineer. I don't want to be rude here. I have no idea how good their relationship is off track, but it seems like he just doesn't care about Charles. Like, I remember when he was like asking for donuts and he's like negative. And for most things, he's not nice to Charles on the radio. Like other team principals, their drivers, like Max's GP is cocky, but then he's fun. And Max and him, they have that relationship, yes. But I don't know, I don't see that with Charles. Like he always sounds sad on the radio. Maybe it's just how he speaks, I don't know. I'm not a therapist, I'm not anyone to judge. I don't want to jump into conclusions, but this is what I see from an outside team. Ferrari needs to get their shit together. So they are not, I don't know, like when it comes to the results, yes, their cars are fast. They're not consistently fast. They're not reliable. They mess up strategies. Both Ferrari and Mercedes both had like huge strategy blunders. I would even say Alpine were better than that. Like Alpine doesn't have a fast car, true. But Ferrari and Mercedes, their car can be fast, but I don't know why they don't perform at that level. Like if Aston can do it, if McLaren can do it, why can't these guys do it? Like they clearly have a faster car. I mean, no, McLaren is a faster car. McLaren, like I would say they would have been higher up on this list if it wasn't for this. Okay, I'm sorry for the rant. I've been going off the rails a bit. Now let me save this for a moment. Download image. And I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna this image here. How do I open a new window? Never mind. Let me insert the picture first. The first 5 are gonna be here, so this is gonna be 1, 5. This is gonna be 6 to 10. This is gonna be So this is going to be 1, 4, 5, 8. Is that right? Yes. And then 8 to 12, 9 to, no, sorry, 13 to 16, and then these are going to be the 17 to 20. So let me see, let me try to make this bigger. So I will first put them here and then start rearranging it. I think on the bottom, this guy can easily be one of the worst. I'm not saying because of anything. This is just basically based on performance this season. He didn't score any points where Yuki was better than him. I know that. Okay, let's not put him. Don't want to disrespect him. I'm not going to put him on the grid. It's fine. Just leave it there.
Let's start with Alex Albon. Alex Albon, I would say definitely top 5 driver for me. I might put him higher.
We'll see. Carlos Sainz, underrated driver, more consistent than Charles. The last few races, I don't know, recency bias does not want me to put him in the top 4, so I will put him here too. This man has been through so much therapy sessions because of Ferrari, so I would like to put him here. He deserves this. Daniel Ricciardo, is he here or here? I would put him here for now. There might be a chance I'll knock him down, because I'm not allowed to put more than 4 drivers here. That's going to be my limitation, because if I try to make a tier list, I'm going to make it a triangle pyramid shape, but I'm not. I'm going to try to put 4, and if not, knock them out. Esteban Ocon here. I mean, he did get a podium in Monaco. Apart from that, I felt like, his teammate has been above him, way better than him. Okay, that's another rule. I'm not going to put 2 teammates on the same level unless I actually think they did perform on the same level. But I'm going to try my best not to put them, because there is obviously a better and a worse teammate. Speaking of better and worse teammates, my man, I will put him in the top 4 for sure. You know what? I think we can get this over with too. This guy, I don't know, I keep talking about it so much because I'm really impressed at how well Max has been doing this season. I am, hand on heart, I am a Lewis Hamilton fan, Team LH, but I'm ashamed of what they're doing right now on Twitter and shit like that. But I am a Lewis Hamilton fan. I love Lewis's driving. I love how he did perform. He has been one of the most entertaining winners of all time. He's been a great driver, and I am aware of what happened in Abu Dhabi was really unfair. I don't want to open that thing right now. All of it aside, Max showed us this year why he is a true world champion. Like, last year was fine. He won because he had a good team, good car. Ferrari let themselves down. People could be like, oh, Charles could have won if Ferrari was not Ferrari. But this year, this guy showed us how it takes a lot to be that consistent and that stoic. Like, he deserves this championship, and I've never seen anyone this dominant in any sport. Maybe I don't watch a lot of sports, it's a different thing, but this guy has been amazing. Let's move on to Russell. His last few races were good, but the rest of the season, Singapore should have been a win. I wish he had either let Hamilton pass, being like, okay, I can't go any faster, you go get it, or gone for it, because he had the fast car. Okay, it's not fair of me to hold one race against him. The rest of the season, he was okay, but The only time we saw him was when he did come to complain on the radio about say something sassy. But apart from that, he's been meh. So I'm gonna put him. I will leave him here, and I will decide later on. Kevin Magnussen, I think he can do a good drive. Is he in the rest of this field? No. Especially because Nico Hülkenberg at least outqualified him. I mean, I will put him here for now because I think he has a good driving game. Oh, do I need to say much? I'm telling you, recent 2 races, they were really good. I mean, recent 3, I would say, were pretty good. But the rest of the season, him with Saudi, Qatar, it was just sad with Lance. It was really sad. Like, I know most people call him a made man and whatnot. It's just Lance Stroll, especially when Fernando Alonso is performing at that level. Like, this is where I would place him in my tier list. Lando Norris, I would put him here. I would say he's comfortably the 5th best driver on the grid. Why is he not on top? Why is he not higher than this? Because I feel like he's let Oscar get into his head. Like, I'm not saying that he's better than Oscar, but he has let Oscar Piastri get into his head. Because I don't know, the last few races he made a few silly mistakes during qualifying, and I feel like that cost him a lot. But he's a really good driver. This is Lando getting to his speed. The moment he gets over this shit, I swear again, I have to beep that out, remind myself. The moment he gets over this, he's going to be top notch. Then Lewis Hamilton is comfortably, where do I put him? Do I put him better than Alonso, or recency bias makes me to put him behind, but he's been consistent with a car that is kind of poop to drive. I think he's better. I would put him above Alonso, because these 3, I mean, okay, never mind. I'm gonna put, because I was gonna think, okay, who is more consistent? Charles has not been consistent, but he's a really fast, good driver. He's not as consistent as the rest. His last race made me put him there. Okay, my top row is gonna be locked up the way it is. These 2, Max and him, they could easily be interchanged. It wouldn't make a difference. They've been driving amazingly. They've outdriven their cars, except for the last few races where Lewis had a few ding-dongs. And also I think Qatar was a mistake, and even Alonso, not Miami, he had an issue at Las Vegas. He's okay. Him, Logan, I would put him here. He's improving, but the rest of the season compared to Oscar Piastri, looking at the other rookie, Oscar, I think he did not perform that well. So Kevin Magnussen, Nico Hülkenberg is easily there, easily one of the best. And now this is why I said I'm gonna put 2 drivers on the same row. He's on the same level as Lando, I would say, but not as good. But as a rookie goes, I think he's close to Lewis and Charles were as rookie drivers. I mean, Charles crashed a lot, but this guy was crazy. He had a sprint win, so I gotta give it to him. He's really, really good. He beat Esteban Ocon in his own team, and he's quite an underrated driver. I will put him higher up. I think he's easily the 8th best driver on the grid. Easily. And, oh no, Checo. I want to put him lower than, I want to put him here. But I think given that car, and being an F1 driver means you're the best of the best. You need to learn to adapt to a car. If Max can do it, why can't you? You don't have to beat Max. You just have to do something, keep it together. Like, he made a few dumb overtakes and a lot of, he got his competitiveness got the better of him. Even in the Spanish Grand Prix,
it just felt weird. It just felt weird with Sergio. He like, you could even take him out of the team and Max would have won the constructors for them. It's just I don't want to be too toxic about this. Valtteri, I would even put him here. He's had an anonymous season. Okay, no, I think I'll have to knock him down here. Yeah, I will have to put him down here because I just saw this. Yep, that completes my list. So I'm gonna move Kevin down here just because I think Zhou Guanyu goes there. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. So I think this is final. This is what I would call this is my driver's tier list. Yeah, I don't want to change anything. I think this is how I think according to the performances. This is a very close tie. This is also a close one. I'm not sure. I mean, two pros. I don't know where to put them. The rest, like when you look at teammates pairings, look how wide they are. Like this and this and this. And then when it comes to Ferrari, I think Ferrari and McLaren have a really strong pairing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just quit now. I'm tired. I had a long day. That is my driver list for the day. This is gonna be quite a long video. So I will maybe catch up with you guys later. See you guys. Thanks for your time. I'm sorry for boring you all with the driver tier lists.